Good morning, children. This is Mr. Tim here in Miss Freedom. So, yesterday during our Zoom meeting, you asked for a video explaining perimeter in area. Got it today. Here I am to explain to you how to find perimeter in area of different shapes. So when you look here on my board, you see some shapes drawn here. Can you tell the names of those shapes? Guess you're right. This is a rectangle, a square, and a square. So we have a rectangle and a square. Guess what? We are going to start with perimeter. How to find perimeter of a rectangle. But guys, let's first ask ourselves, what is perimeter? So perimeter is the distance around a figure. Like I said, when a caterpillar starts from here and rotates all around this shape, it is covering the distance of the whole shape. It has to start from here and move, then end from where it started from. That is what perimeter is. So we are going to represent our perimeter with P. How do I find perimeter? So this side here is the longer side on the rectangle, and there are two longer sides. That's why I have these dashes crossed onto these two sides, because this one means it is equal to this. That's why the longer side is having 3 centimeters, and also this upper longer side is having 3 centimeters. The shorter one is 2 centimeters, and also the shorter side on this side it is also 2 centimeters, because they are equal. That's why they are having these signs showing these are equal. I've differentiated these lines. This one is 1 and 1, and I've used 2, 2. I would have even used 3, 3 or 1, 1, but this means this side is equal to this and this side is equal to this. So how do I find my perimeter? Am I adding, subtracting, dividing, or multiplying? I think I'm adding, because I'm moving the total distance. So what am I doing? I'm doing length plus width plus length plus width. So children, do you know where the length is? Or between these sides, which one is the length? Do you think the shorter side is the length or the longer side is the length? You got it right. The longer side is the length. So this is my length, this one is my width, this is another length, and this is another width. So my perimeter will be length, which is 3 centimeters, plus width, which is 2 centimeters, plus another length, which is 3 centimeters, plus width, which is 2 centimeters. I'm finding my perimeter. What do you think the answer is? 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2. Yes, the answer is 10 centimeters. That is how I'm finding the perimeter of a rectangle, because I'm adding all sides around. I have to move from here. I come here, I come here, I come here, and eventually I end up here. This is my perimeter. I guess you had that answer also, 10 centimeters. But how do I find area of the same figure? Do you know how we find area? Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what area is in the first place? If perimeter is the distance around the figure, how about area? What is an area? Area is the total space covered by an area. While perimeter is the total distance covered, the distance you walk around the perimeter, so the space you take in a given shape or an area is the one called area. So we are going to find the area of a rectangle. Let me get my letter. Which letter should I use to represent area? I'll use A. So how do I find the area? Do I add, multiply, divide, or subtract? I think I'm multiplying. But what do I multiply? Area is length times width only. I'm not going to add in area. Instead, I'm multiplying. So what do I multiply? Length times the width. My area is length, which is 3 centimeters, times the width, which is 2 centimeters. But ladies and gentlemen, since they are both equal, I can choose to take either this length, and this width, or I can take this length and this width because they are all equal. And what do I get? What is my answer? My area is 3 times 2. Is it 4, 3, 5, or 6? I think it is 6 centimeters. Boys and girls, do I end on 6 centimeters just like that? No, I don't end there. I have to add something up here too, which reads 6 centimeters squared. Do you know what squared means? Squared means that I'm doubling this 6 centimeters. If I double 6 times 2, I'll have 12 centimeters. Meaning, I've also covered these other 2 sides, the short one and the longer one, which I didn't involve here when I'm multiplying. So this little 2, never forget to add it there. And when you're finding area, please just take only 2 sides because these are always equal. Just multiply the length times the width when you are dealing with a rectangle. This is how you get the area of a rectangle. So, let's cross over to this shape. We've been dealing with a rectangle, finding the perimeter and the area. Let's move to this other side and see if we are finding area and perimeter in the same way as we did with the rectangle. I hope we are all seeing that these are different shapes. Do you notice anything similar here? Something different from this? I guess yes. You're saying that a square is different from a rectangle. Why? All sides are equal. It has 4 equal sides. That's why I used a 1 dash 1, 1, 1. And it has 5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters and another 5 centimeters and 5 centimeters. All sides are equal. Let's find the perimeter of a square. Is it different from a rectangle or not? Let's see. Our perimeter is, I'm putting P because P represents perimeter. Will I say length times width? No. Why? Because a square doesn't have a longer side and a shorter side. All sides are equal. So what do I use? I use S to represent side. Side plus side. How many sides does it have? 4. Plus another side plus another side. That's how I'm finding my perimeter. So perimeter equals 5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters plus 5 centimeters. What is the answer? My perimeter is 5 plus 5 equals 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5, 20. So my perimeter is 20 centimeters. Never put squared or the little 2 here. Never. Never, never, never. No, no, no. So never put a little 2 or a little squared on perimeter because you've covered all sides. So you're finding perimeter, which is 20 centimeters. You end there. Either centimeters or kilometers or units or any other unit you can put here, but never squared because it is perimeter. Shall we cross to area? Yes. How do I find area of a square? Remember, of a rectangle we say length times width, because we have two equal sides which are long and two equal sides which are short. Ladies and gentlemen, with a square, we have 4 sides equal. Let's see how we find area. Let me use A to represent area. So my area here, will it be length times width? No, it will be side times side. So my area will be 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters. Why? Since these sides are equal and I'm multiplying, not adding, that's why I'm taking only this side and this side to represent the rest of the sides. So what is the answer? Have you multiplied 5 times 5? What is the answer? Is it 3, 10, 15, 20, 25? Yes! You have it right. It is 25 centimeters. But why end there? Girls and boys, what have I forgotten to add here? Yes, my tiny little 2 here. To represent squared. It means I have 25 times 2 to represent also the remaining 5 times 5, because I've only multiplied 5 times 5. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how we find area of a square. And this is how we find perimeter of a square. This is how we find area of a rectangle by multiplying length times width. And this is how we find perimeter of a rectangle by adding length plus width plus length plus width. I hope this video will help you to understand how to find perimeter and area of a square in a rectangle in other different shapes. See you soon when we are testing ourselves on numbers, how to find perimeter and area. Bye. See you soon.